So,
Would you say seed oils are worse than carbohydrates?
yes, without any hesitation whatsoever, yes.
Why?
Because of the apparent associated outcomes that look pretty damning. There are no scientific experiments by which we can prove cause and effect for any aspect of heart health outcome and dietary aspect of any kind, mind. So I have to make an educated statement on the basis of some pretty clear, pretty powerful associations, as opposed to the ridiculously weak associations that most so-called nutrition scientists use to assert what we should eat. I'm talking about powerful associations. Seed oils seem to be pro-inflammatory. They are very, very vulnerable to oxidative damage, producing very, very dangerous primary and secondary oxidation products. They displace saturated fatty acids from things like cell membranes where we need the saturated ones for the right shape, and they end up getting inveigled into that material for, years at a time. And the association with the downturn in public health and the upturn in the incidence of all the big killers in Western society all actually equates with the addition of seed oils when we were told suddenly to start avoiding saturated fat, which is actually absolutely blameless in terms of health outcomes, both by association and by biological design, because that's the stuff we evolved on. So it makes no sense to blame that for health conditions, none at all. And then they turn around and say, well, there's some associations that say that saturated fat is associated with a problem, except there are 5 major meta-analyses with multi-million person years of follow-up available on this topic, and all 5 agree that actually there is no meaningful association between saturated fat intake, as reported by people in those studies, and their health outcomes, let alone a cause and effect artifact, which would require an experiment, and that doesn't exist. So,
Is olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil, is it considered a seed oil, or is it a little bit better?
coconut oil is considered by many to be not so bad and blameless because it's actually more saturated than your average animal fat. However, there is recent indication by a number of pretty good commentators, including Dr. Paul Mason, that coconut oil actually is just as bad as all the other plant-based oils because of the phytosterols, which cause a problem, not because of its saturation status. And he might be right. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it yet. But definitely all plant-based poly and monounsaturated oils seem to be contraindicated in terms of optimizing one's affect in terms of their lifespan and health span.
Why are saturated fats so essential for human health?
Well, because that's the very source of energy, for want of a better term, that we have evolved on for about 5 million years. That's the way our system is geared to run on. That's the fuel it's like, why would you put 91 octane fuel in a car that's designed for 91 octane fuel? Because that's what it's designed for.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put 96 in there because it's the wrong stuff.